The Orioles and Yankees meet this afternoon in the Bronx, a matchup shaped by urgency versus pride. New York is tied at the top of the American League East, forced to win every day to keep their division hopes alive. Baltimore, already out of contention, plays the role of spoiler, hoping to dent the momentum of its rival. Baltimore hands the ball to Tomoyuki Sugano, whose numbers have unraveled as the season has dragged on. His ERA sits in the mid-fours, but a closer look shows 15 straight starts, with an ERA near 6. He owns one of the lowest strikeout rates in baseball and has surrendered 30 home runs, the most in the league. Yankee Stadium's short porch is a nightmare setting for a contact-heavy pitcher, especially against the most powerful lineup in the game. New York counters with Cam Schlittler, a right-hander with strikeout stuff and steady command. Across 66 innings, he has fanned 75 batters, leaning on a fastball that sits near 98 miles per hour. Over his last 7 outings, his ERA is a sharp 2.72, showing he has strengthened down the stretch. His most recent start came against this very Baltimore team, where he allowed just 1 run on 3 hits in 5 1/3 innings while striking out 6. The contrast between the two sides is striking. The Yankees score more than 5 runs per game, boast a run differential over plus 150, and arrive on a 5-game winning streak. The Orioles sit with a negative differential over 100 and one of the weakest offenses in the league. With the division crown hanging in the balance, the edge is clear. And today's AI pick is Yankees 1.5 run line. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 2.
The Rays and Blue Jays meet at Rogers Center in a clash loaded with meaning. Toronto is tied with New York at the top of the American League East, but holds the head-to-head tiebreaker, so every win inches them closer to the division crown and a first-round bye. Tampa Bay, sitting 14 games back and already eliminated, arrives as a dangerous spoiler. Despite their record, they carry a positive run differential, proof that they've played sharper baseball than the standings suggest. Tampa Bay starts Joe Boyle, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff who has fanned 53 hitters in just 47 innings. His challenge comes from command. A 4.40 ERA reflects how quickly innings unravel when he loses the zone. Against a Blue Jays lineup that leads all of Major League Baseball with a .265 batting average and the fewest strikeouts per game, efficiency is essential. If Boyle can navigate 2 turns through the order and keep the ball in the yard, Tampa Bay's bullpen, graded second best in the league, can take over. Toronto turns to Trey Yesavage, a young arm still settling into the majors. He dazzled in his debut against these Rays, striking out 9 over 5 innings with a mid-90s fastball and a sharp splitter. His follow-up was shakier, underlining both the promise and the volatility. The Blue Jays will be quick to lean on their bullpen if needed, knowing they can't risk an early deficit with so much at stake. The numbers tilt toward a tight contest. The Rays have won 6 of 10 against Toronto this year, often suppressing their bats, while the Jays' offense can explode when locked in. Motivation favors Toronto, but Tampa Bay's pitching blueprint and head-to-head record signal value on a close outcome. And today's AI pick is Rays plus 1.5 run line. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 3.
The Guardians and Rangers meet at Progressive Field in a game that carries postseason weight for one side and spoiler pride for the other. Cleveland stands on the brink of a division title, their September surge rewriting the American League Central standings. Texas arrives with nothing to play for but the satisfaction of disrupting a rival's path. Yet they've had Cleveland's number all year, sweeping 4 previous meetings by a combined score of 26-6. On the mound for Texas is Merrill Kelly, a steady arm who's carried a 3.52 ERA across nearly 184 innings. His pitch mix and control have kept him effective most of the season, though his recent form has slipped. In his last 2 starts, he has been hit hard, suggesting fatigue late in the campaign. His numbers against left-handed hitters are particularly concerning, with 17 home runs allowed, an opening Cleveland will look to exploit. Cleveland counters with Joey Cantillo, a left-hander who has worked his way into the rotation and posted a 3.21 ERA in almost 90 innings. His strikeout rate is strong, but walks can creep in, elevating his pitch count. Still, His ability to miss bats offers a path to neutralize a depleted Rangers lineup, missing its core of Semien, Seager, Carter, and Langford. The Guardians don't need him to go deep, just far enough to hand a lead to a bullpen that has been sharp throughout their September run. This game sets up as pitching and defense against momentum and desperation. Cleveland owns one of the hottest records in baseball this month, winning 9 of their last 10, while Texas has stumbled to a 1-9 stretch. History favors the Rangers, but present form favors the Guardians. And today's AI pick is Guardians Moneyline. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 4.
The Diamondbacks and Padres meet tonight at Petco Park in a game that shapes the National League wildcard race. San Diego has its spot secured and now looks to fine-tune for October, while Arizona fights with desperation to keep its faint postseason hopes alive. One team plays with freedom, the other under elimination pressure, and both know that every pitch matters in this divisional clash. Arizona turns to Eduardo Rodriguez, a left-hander who has battled inconsistency across 148 innings. His ERA sits near 5, and his whip has crept above 1.5, a sign of too many base runners. Yet, he remains capable of navigating lineups when his command is sharp. For the Diamondbacks to survive, he must locate his fastball early and avoid free passes, keeping the Padres from stringing together rallies. On the other side is Michael King, a right-hander who has stabilized San Diego's rotation. With a 3.57 ERA and solid strikeout-to-walk numbers in just over 70 innings, he profiles as a dependable arm. His ability to work efficiently through Arizona's lineup, which leans heavily on power, could tilt the game toward a controlled, low-scoring pace. King benefits from the best defense in baseball, with the Padres ranking first in opponent batting average and near the top in overall run prevention. Petco Park itself is a factor. Its dimensions have long suppressed scoring, keeping deep fly balls inside the park and turning potential home runs into routine outs. The Padres average fewer than 4.5 runs per game, the Diamondbacks just under 5, and when these clubs meet in San Diego, the contests often grind into tight, low-scoring battles. Motivation runs high, but the conditions favor pitching over fireworks. And today's AI pick is under 7.5 total runs. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 5.
The Pirates and Braves take the field at Truist Park in a matchup between two clubs playing out the string of a disappointing season. Neither team will reach October, yet both look to close the year on a strong note. For Pittsburgh, this game is about glimpses of the future, testing young arms and evaluating who can contribute in 2026. For Atlanta, it is about salvaging pride after a collapse that left them far short of expectations. On the mound for Pittsburgh is Bubba Chandler, a young right-hander making his case as part of the rotation going forward. In just over 25 innings, he has allowed a 4.56 ERA, but the underlying numbers show promise. A 0.97 whip points to strong control and the ability to limit base runners, while his strikeout total sits just shy of 1 per inning. His season has been volatile, dominant against Washington and Oakland, roughed up badly by Milwaukee. Consistency is the question, and tonight offers another chance to prove he belongs. Atlanta counters with Spencer Strider, once an ace, but now searching for answers. His season line shows a 4.45 ERA with nearly as many walks as his 126 strikeouts would suggest. The deeper numbers tell the story. He has been excellent with the bases empty, but his ERA balloons once runners reach scoring position. That vulnerability has cost him games and fueled Atlanta's fall. Add in 19 home runs allowed, and his tendency to unravel under pressure has turned once clear wins into high-scoring battles. The Braves still hold an edge in power, ranking near the top third in home runs, while Pittsburgh sits last in runs and slugging. Yet with Strider's volatility and Chandler's inexperience, base runners can quickly turn into crooked numbers. This sets the stage for a higher scoring game than the totals board suggests. And today's AI pick is over 8.5 runs. Will we cash or will we burn? On to the recap.
What a slate of games we've broken down. 5 picks, 5 chances to see if the numbers and the stories align. Let's run them back. In Game 1, the Yankees were our choice, covering the run line at 1.5 against Baltimore. In Game 2, we backed Tampa Bay to keep it close, Rays plus 1.5 against Toronto. In Game 3, the Guardians held our confidence, Moneyline over the Rangers. In Game 4, we shifted to the total, taking under 7.5 runs in San Diego, with the Diamondbacks and Padres. And in Game 5, we went the other way, looking for fireworks in Atlanta, over 8.5 between the Pirates and Braves. Ahora en español, en el juego 1, elegimos a los Yankees con 1.5 en la línea de carreras contra Baltimore. En el juego 2, apoyamos a Tampa Bay con plus 1.5 contra Toronto. En el juego 3, confiamos en los Guardianes en la línea de dinero contra Texas. En el juego 4, tomamos el total bajo 7.5 carreras en San Diego con Diamondbacks y Padres. Y en el juego 5, buscamos más anotaciones en Atlanta con el total alto de 8.5 entre los Piratas y los Bravos. Like and subscribe. Will we cash or will we burn? Wiele köche verderben den brei. Too many cooks spoil the broth.